Yo, what's good? This is Casey for L King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, and you're now watching Casey for L Wrestling Takes Show. I'm sitting here right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be 1,000% with y'all. I would have been here like maybe an hour or two ago. I was actually home live to watch this Dynamite, and I said to myself, Tony Khan, you have been giving us mid to mediocre episodes of Dynamite. Rampage ain't even reviewable anymore, and I'm asking myself, when are we gonna start cooking? When are we going to start cooking? I had to sit and marinate the ending of tonight's show. I sat there and I let it marinate because that's how good the ending was. Ladies and gentlemen, to the people in the world who continue and listen to me carefully. Instead of give this company constructive criticism, because that's exactly what I do. When I criticize AEW, I'm giving it its constructive criticism. I'm not sitting up hating on the show to be hating on the show. I'm getting on the clown that books the show because I know when the clown wants to book a great show, he can do it. Tonight's Dynamite was legendary. It was generational. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, if Tony Khan wanted to do this on a regular basis, if he wanted to, it is not that difficult. But the fool just likes to bull jive. He bull jives too freaking much. So then when he comes out the woodwork with an episode like this, I listen. I said, man, Tony Khan, bro, it makes no sense to me, man. Like, I don't understand why he's like this. I don't get it. It don't make no freaking sense, man. Like, bro, come on. You can do this week in, week out, and cats like myself will come on here and give you nothing but the utmost praise. But when you put bull jive on TV, and you do bull jive things, well, guess what? Cats like myself will come on here and give a bull jive response to what you're putting out. I'm not finna sit up here and sugarcoat. But tonight's Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all I had to sit there and let the ending marinate because that's how good the ending was. And I said Tony Khan could do this on a regular basis if he wanted to. But the fool refuses to do so. Now, was everything on the show great? No. I'm going to talk about the bull jive that was on the show because there was a couple of things that were bull jive. But for the majority of everything I saw from hour 1 and hour 2, I walked away ready for Wednesday night. And ladies and gentlemen, again, for people out there who don't know, your boy is going to Dynamite next week. I will be at the Wintrust Arena live for next week's Dynamite, the go home show before Forbidden Door 2. Your man will be in the house. I'm going. I will be there, ladies and gentlemen. So I will give a thorough review from the arena. Now, does that mean I'm going live? No. But I will be inside it. I will see everything, including Rampage, because they taping Rampage right there. Which, again, because Collision is coming, take Rampage off TV. Don't give a crap. Put it on YouTube. Call it a day. But ladies and gentlemen, from the opener match to the close, Tony Khan, if you can do this weekly, we will always uplift you all the time, including your biggest critics. But when you bull jive your way and bull jive more and bull jive again and bull jive again, I'm serious, ladies and gentlemen. I legit. I could have done this review maybe an hour ago, but I was sitting in the room after I witnessed everything that I witnessed, and I said, "Dog, how in the world is this clown? How does he do this? Why does he do this? Why does this clown do this? I don't get this clown sometimes. I just don't get him. When he wants to be legendary, he'll be legendary. When he wants to bull jive, he'll bull jive. But tonight, he wasn't bull jiving. He made bull jive for maybe 2 segments out the whole show, but for the majority of the show, Tony Khan wasn't bull jiving. So if anybody who says that Tony Khan was bull jiving on this Dynamite, I'm just going to say it. You're a flat out hater. I don't give a crap who you are. You just a hater. Tonight, I got to give the man props. The man did his thing. Let's break down this doggone whole show. We're going to go match by match, precept by precept, promo by promo, storyline by storyline. The new matches added to Forbidden Door 2. We going over everything, including CM Punk cutting his video vignette promo about what he plans on doing on Collision Saturday night. We're going over all of it, including this matchup right here. I knew my girls was going to bang. I knew Sky Blue was going to do work. But the ending, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about everything. I'm going over the entire show, including this trash match. This is the weakest match on the whole show. We're going to break down everything, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. We open up the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know Tony Khan is he's geeky when it comes to opening matches up with his program. He does not know how to open the show with a promo, but I'm going to be honest, the obsession was cool for this episode. Adam Cole and MJF, even though I preferred this not being on the show, I preferred this actually having some more build up. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Cole and MJF gave us a pay-per-view worthy matchup. They gave us a pay-per-view worthy matchup. I said, what the heck is this doing on free TV? This match is too good. It does not deserve to be. We don't deserve to be sitting up here watching this matchup for free. We just don't. That's how good this matchup was. You know, as normal, you know, matches like these, ladies and gentlemen, when you have two different styles, everybody knows Adam Cole's style is the spot monkey. Listen, Adam Cole can do it all. If he wants to become a grappler or a submission holder, he can do it. MJF's style is old school. He's an old school style wrestler. That is his style. His style is the old school mat style classic. But if he wants to become a spot monkey himself, he'll become a spot monkey. When you have two clashes mixing up, And the number one ingredient outside of chemistry is storytelling. These two told a story, and both men looked extremely strong in this matchup. Both men looked like they was gonna beat the other. It was just all kind of craziness happening throughout this matchup. I mean, MJF doing everything in his power, trying to win big, trying to do things, and just not successful. Meanwhile, Adam Cole was doing work. And I said, why in the world are we getting this on free television? Why? Put more story into it, build up to the matchup, and then we get it at the pay-per-view. Man, they kept going. Sweet Tim. Listen, MJF got hit. He got super kicked so bad where immediately after he got super kicked, the boy was spitting up blood. And I was like, man, did Adam Cole legit kick his teeth down his throat, or did MJF have a blood capsule in his mouth that he bit so he can make it look like he was bleeding from the mouth? I don't know. MJF is a master class at working people, so I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. But he kicked him in his mouth. Next thing you know, you see him spitting blood out. And I'm like, oh, crazy. So the storyline in this was obviously, MJF's knee. But then it turned into Adam Cole's knee. Because at first it was Adam Cole's arm. That's what MJF was working on. He was working on his arm. But then later on, it turned into Adam Cole's knee. So it was a host of things. Then the two of them went outside the ring. MJF always going in the ring, getting into it with fans and all that crazy stuff. They got out the ring. He put MJF put Adam Cole on the announce table. He did an elbow drop. I mean, listen, and kudos to Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the major reasons why this Dynamite was great was the crowd. Washington, D.C. was phenomenal. I guess going back to the place where the very first episode of Dynamite was shot was a great decision by Tony Khan and company. That crowd was hot from the beginning to the very end. They were hot. That's what I'm talking about. When your crowd is hot, you know your show is going to be off the chain. You and I know wrestling crowds make the doggone show. Wrestling fans make a wrestling show. If they're sitting on their hands and knees, your show is whack. If they're making noise and going completely ape, you know your show is off the chain. They went nuts. They went crazy. And MJF cheating his behind off. And kudos to Bruce. My man, Bryce. Bryce is one of the brightest refs in the game. He knows MJF through and through. MJF trying to use the title. It didn't work. Then he said, let me put this diamond ring on. Put the diamond ring on. It didn't work. Then he grabbed the man. He low blowed Adam Cole. So then, next thing you know, Bryce get knocked out. So it's a whole bunch of stuff going on. So now he tried to pull the Eddie Guerrero. But had given that man a time. Listen, they was doing all kind of crazy shenanigans. I mean, just craziness, right? So it looked like Adam Cole was finna win. He got him. He did the Panama thing. He did all of that, everything, right? So it looked like MJF was finna lose this matchup. And I sitting up and saying, what the heck is going to happen? And ladies and gentlemen, I forgot the 30-minute time draw. I forgot about that. Now, normally AEW, listen, this is the fourth time we've had a time limit draw. I think this is the fourth or fifth time we done had it. But in situations like these, I don't have a problem with them doing it. But here's the deal. They don't do it all the time. A lot of people think AEW, they do it when it's called for. And I said it on Twitter. I said MJF literally got saved by the bell. You heard the time counter just ringing the bell. Bing, ding, 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 ding. And everybody was like, oh, snap. It's like a way to keep both men looking strong. Adam Cole was finna beat this man. He had this man defeated. He had MJF on his back, ready to go. And as soon as Bryce was finna tap 1, 2, 3, you seen it? I said, oh man. I said, yo, that fool legit got saved by the bell. Man, this matchup deserved to be on a freaking pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, we definitely running this back. We're going to run this back. I don't know when we're going to run it back, but we definitely running it back. And it dang sure ain't going to be on free TV. It is not going to be on free TV, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. That's how good this matchup was. And I was saying, like, man, Tony Khan gave it to us early. So I'm assuming that if we're not doing this anytime soon, I'm assuming we're going to keep these two away from each other until All In. If we save this to All In, then we got time to stir up things, because obviously we got a reason. Adam Cole has a legit reason to get a rematch, because after the dude or whoever it was that was at the time castle with the bell, Adam Cole got on the mic and said, "We're not done. Give me 5 more minutes." And everybody was like, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. And MJF said, "No, I'm good. I'm gone." And he walked out. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell y'all AEW is the place for wrestling, man, it really is. Because when they want to give you a classic, they will give you a classic. Adam Cole and MJF gave us a great opener. That was a match that deserves to be on a freaking pay-per-view. I'm not even joking with you. I liked everything that happened in it. I was like, I'm watching this and I'm saying, how in the world are we getting this on free TV? How? Like, what? Tony Khan said, "No, I'm gonna get y'all. I'm about to get y'all. You think Adam Cole gonna beat this man?" Remember, MJF is not getting pinned for a whole year, ladies and gentlemen. He's not getting pinned for a full year. But he was dang near, he was this close to losing. Adam Cole had this man defeated. He had this man defeated, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what I like about it. Both men walked out looking super strong. But MJF was saved by the freaking bell. Shout out to the old cats from NBC, the old 80s show, Saved by the Bell with AC Slater and them, and the rest of them cats on that show. I'm telling you right now, man, what an opener. What a freaking opener. Man. Crazy. So then, ladies and gentlemen, we got our first video vignette from the man, the Chi-Town native himself, the return of the man himself. He got on, he said, "This Saturday, I'll make my epic return. And I got a lot of things to get off my chest. I'll see you this Saturday." Ladies and gentlemen, listen. For the people who are mad, for the people who can't stand this clown, for the people who think this clown ruined AEW, ladies and gentlemen, you absolutely have no idea what is about to transpire. What is about to transpire, you don't even know. We are in for some legendary stuff to hit the AEW, hit the AEW airwaves. We are finna see some. Listen, y'all. This is why I'm praying for this boy's his body to stay intact, because I know he can help and come up with some of the crazy stuff. Just y'all, we don't even know. We have no clue. So stay in tune. So right afterwards, we got a babyface Sammy Guevara being interviewed by Renee Paquette. Crowd is going nuts. They're going crazy for Sammy. And she asked him, "This last time we seen you was after the pay-per-view. And we just want to know what's your thoughts right now. Where's your head at?" And he said, "Well, before we start talking, I know it came up a little bit short at the pay-per-view, but I got good news, everybody. Me and Tay are having a baby girl." Listen, man, I don't know what it is, but it seems like everybody in wrestling is having daughters. Everybody. I think Hangman is the only one that had a baby boy, but everybody else I know is popping girls out. Everybody. So salute to Tay and Sammy on producing a baby girl. I pray for a successful pregnancy. I pray for everything when the baby's delivered. I pray that Tay comes out 100% whole. The baby comes out 100% whole. You know, like I said, because everybody know what happened with Kip Sabian and Penelope. You know, my heart goes out to them. You know, they unfortunately they lost their baby. You know, but so you know and then thing is, I heard about Carmella and Corey Graves. They getting ready to produce a baby, so I'm praying for them as well. You know, but he talked about that. But he said, "Hey, with everything is all going on and everything," he said, "I can't wait to not only have my wife with me, but to have my baby girl and be hosting of the AEW World Heavyweight Championship." And then everybody was going nuts. And then out the woodwork, Darby Allin came out. I said, "Oh snap!" What Darby won? He said, "Listen," he said, "Look, man, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I just want to wish you nothing but congratulations to you and Tay. everything, man. But I just got one thing to ask you this. Why are you still hanging out with that Jericho clown? You know, when it comes to me and Sting, it's not called the Sting Appreciation Society. Sting looks at me as his equal, but Jericho looks at you as a whipping boy. You know, when are you going to let that clown go, man? And as soon as he started talking, Jericho came walking out there. He came out there, and I said, here we go. I said, here we go. The storyline of Sammy Guevara being ejected out of the JAS. I said, here we go. He comes out there. He gets in Darby's face, starts talking about, he said, man, look here. I let you do your thing by going at the MJF, but I just got one thing to ask you. How come you didn't call me, man? How come you didn't call me? It was 3 months, and you didn't call me to help you defeat that man. He said, because I didn't need you. Unlike you, if you would have called me, I could have helped you beat Adam Cole. Everybody was like, listen, man. Both Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara both cooked Jericho in the segment. I got to give the two of them props because one of the weakest things for them has been promo work. But this segment alone, both Darby and Sammy held their own, ladies and gentlemen. They held their own. I got to give them props. So then Jericho was like, he got back in his face and said, you know what? Look, I'm going to let that slide. But he said, how about you and me get back together and we get back to show the world who the sex guys are and remind everybody that we run the show. And so that's when Darby got back in his face and said, oh, you think I'm by myself? So obviously it sounded like he put out a challenge. He said, you and me beat the brakes off of Darby Allin. And he said, oh, you think I'm by myself? Then Sting came out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd never known this because I didn't watch WCW back in the day, but I never knew that Jericho and Sting never confronted each other. This was the very first time that Sting and Jericho were in the same ring at the same time. I've never known that, ladies and gentlemen. So that was like kind of an iconic moment for the both of them. And ladies and gentlemen, it looked like the matchup is going to be set. It looks like we're getting Jericho and Sammy G versus Darby and Sting next week. So right after that situation, we got ready for the 8-man tag team match, which I'm thankful that this was in the middle of the show and that this didn't open the show. Because what does Tony Khan constantly do week in and week out? He can't help himself. He opens the freaking show with Orange Cassidy. Look, we all know Orange Cassidy is the man, but we do not need to see this clown opening the show every week. So the fact that we got this matchup right here, hey, I didn't have a problem with it. So before we got to this, we got a promo from the IWPG World Heavyweight Champion, who Sonata, I think that's how you say his name. He put out an opening challenge for Forbidden Door. He said, anybody that works at AEW, I don't care who you are, I'll meet you at Forbidden Door. That's basically what his promo was. So he put the open challenge out. So I'm like, okay, so who is going to be? So I'm just sitting up and thinking like, okay, maybe it's Mox. So I'm not even thinking of who it ends up being, because we'll figure that out. Now, this 8-man tag team match, even though I didn't give a rat's behind about it, it was a pretty solid match. I like I said, ladies and gentlemen, because of all the stuff, the people who are involved and everything, like to me, the best part of this was everybody just doing everybody's move on each other. Like Keith and Swerve did get an opportunity to beat the snot out of each other, which was fine, but it's been a long time coming. Everybody and their mama want these two clowns to collide, and Swerve trying to go after OC, that window shut. Because, I mean, the mogul embassy, I mean, they just keep losing every other week. They lose 24/7. It's like, okay. But all of this, like I said, this was basically when does Keith Lee and Swerve finally link up? Because that's basically what this is all about. That's what it was. And plus, it was the opportunity we get to see Sting on TV wrestle. You got OC for your OC fanatics. Now, doing this whole matchup, we call DG watching. DG, Daniel Garcia was watching. I said, I guess DG won a shot at OC, I guess. But at the end of the day, Sting and them beat them. They won. Like I said, it was a decent match, but, you know, I really didn't care nothing about it. So, this, for me, I'm going to be honest with you, I think after this is when things started to fall off. So, we got an interview with Renee talking with the A-Boys about why they got into business with Jay White and Juice Robinson, Rock Hard Juice Robinson. And they talked about, well, we were we were made to be gentlemen or something like that, some goofy stuff. But if you really want us to know, we're here to basically destroy the old school Hardy Boys, because those clowns think they own something. We'll take their behinds out next week or something like that. So they put out a challenge to go against Jeff and Ben Hardy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see this match because it's going to be live on Dynamite. Then we get this matchup. I didn't care one bit. This is the worst match on the whole show. We got Jake Hager versus Wardlow for the AEW TNT Championship. Again, Lord, y'all, this is the third time. This is his third opportunity, and it's just not popular, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. And the fact that you in the ring with Jake Hager, and I'm being 1,000% with y'all, man. Outside of him first coming through and hanging out with Jericho and them, Jake Hager has been a complete bust. He has been a big old bust in AEW. Like, the stuff he was doing, listen, the last thing Jake Hager did that was actually decent was the We the People stuff. And outside of that, man, he ain't really done nothing. And being here, like I said, the first stint, the Inner Circle, I didn't have a problem with it being in the Inner Circle. But this second stint with the JAS and him going against, I think this is the third matchup. This is the third or fourth matchup between him and Wardlow. It's just not hitting, ladies and gentlemen. And so, during this matchup, 2.0 came out there trying to do something, and then that's when Arn Anderson and Brock Jr. came out there to run them off. So, I mean, you obviously knew dang well Jake Hager wasn't beating Wardlow. Jake Hager loses, Wardlow retains his championship. So, the audio was off. You see Jericho. You see Christian Cage and Luchasaurus talking, but you don't hear anything. So, Wardlow like, okay, get the mic work going. Come on, like audio truck or whatever's like. Come on, again, TK and them, they be having a lot of audio problems. We gotta get these audio problems right. We got to. He finally got it wrong. He said, "Listen, you screwed me. You screwed me out of a shot, but you promised Lucha a shot. So you know what? We're gonna face you on the debut of Collision." And as they started talking, they showed a beat down Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson looked destroyed, bleeding all over the place. And I said to myself, now, I feel like Christian Cage and Luchasaurus is dang near carrying this feud by themselves. And it's unfortunate. Luchasaurus is already, I'm like, I wish they weren't doing this match this early, because Luchasaurus does not need to be taking no L's right now. He does not. That's why I don't really want this matchup, but I feel like the two of them are carrying this feud, because Wardlow ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing a goddamn thing. But since they love the hot potato, the doggone championship, I guess you might as well have Luchasaurus beat him on a Collision debut. I guess. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. And at this point, like I said, the TNT title is one of the biggest jokes in wrestling right now. It's one of the biggest jokes, and I wish it wasn't. I wish it was not built on being a joke, but it is. It's a joke. The title is a joke, ladies and gentlemen. So if it's a joke, I guess you might as well give it to doggone Luchasaurus, because Luchasaurus ain't no way in the world he should be losing this match on Saturday night. It's just no way. There's no way he should be losing this match. But knowing Tony Khan, he want to make sure Wardlow's the guy. So expect Wardlow to win. So we get a video package from Mr. Hiroshi Tanahashi talking about how he came this close to beating MJF, beating Moxley last year. But he said, MJF, I'm coming for your AEW World Heavyweight Championship. I will see you at Forbidden Door. What do you say? Next thing you know, you see Renee Paquette talking to MJF. He's sitting up there, got the ice pack on his face and trying to make sure that his jaw is good and all that stuff. And he's like, she was like, wait, did you see there was a little video package from Tanahashi? He challenged you for your title. No, listen, I know what he said. Listen, let me tell you something. Just like before, I know Tony Khan wants me to be obligated to fight these independent rinky-dink company clowns or whatever. Tanahashi or whatever your name is, I don't accept, and I will not be there. So you can go to the show and fight yourself. I'm not going. Ladies and gentlemen, we getting Tanahashi versus MJF. Now, if everybody was mad about the outcome with Adam Cole, you're really going to be mad about this, because Tanahashi, everybody and their mama going to see MJF lose to Tanahashi. You know damn well Tanahashi's not winning. But MJF is going to be his sneaky, conniving self. He's going to find some kind of crazy way to get a win out of this. I don't know what he plans on doing, but I thought this segment was pretty good. Then we get OC. OC talking about what he plans on doing. Next thing you know, Zack Sabre Jr. come walking up with his championship, and then DG come walking up. So now I'm asking myself, is it going to be a triple threat for both titles? Is all the titles going to be on the line? So then OC say, hey, how about this? How about we on next week Dynamite, the show we will be at? We're going to get OC and Shibata versus DG and Zack Sabre Jr. Now, I pray to God this does not open Dynamite. I pray to God this does not open Dynamite. If Tony Khan opens Dynamite with this match, I don't know what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. But I pray to God this does not open. This needs to be in the middle of the show. This does not need to open up Dynamite. And then we get to a great women's match. Sky Blue versus Toni Storm for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. I knew that my girls was going to blow. I knew especially my girl Sky Blue. My girl from Chi-Town. She from the backyard, ladies and gentlemen. Sky Blue went out here with Tony, and they tore the house down. Including, they showed Sky Blue's mama ringside, but you knew she was there to take some kind of hit or something. Referee, just watching all the crazy stuff. You got Ruby out there and Tony, they ran up to her, they spray painted her in the face and all this stuff. So that basically erupted Sky Blue. Sky Blue was walking the dog. She was beating the bricks off of Tony. She was getting her licks in. She was doing what she needed to do. And the whole crowd was like, come on, Sky, come on. And with the referee not paying attention, because they called themselves trying to cheat, Ruby then gave Tony the doggone green spray. Sky Blue was smart herself, because Paul had his back turned. She pulled out with some spray of her own and sprayed Tony all up in the face. I said, come on, girl, let's go. Man, look at her. Right when everybody in the mama thought Sky Blue was going to win, Toni Storm got in the submission mode. I said, Sky, don't tap. Don't tap. And what she do? She tapped. I say, dang. I knew my girl wasn't winning, but I felt some kind of way, y'all. I felt some kind of way because I want this young lady to succeed. I think she's the future when it's concerning AEW's women wrestling. This girl, this young lady, she's in her 20s. I know that. Sky Blue is good. Sky Blue is one of the bright spots when it's concerning the AEW locker room. This girl is great. She's great, and she's only getting better, ladies and gentlemen. Now here's the deal. Sky Blue, the one thing she needs some kind of character. If I have any criticism towards Sky Blue, it's the character work. Outside of that, in ring ability, she got it, because she was hanging in there with Tony. You already know what you're gonna get from Tony. You know what you're gonna get from Tony. So the fact that these two linked up, well, after the matchup, what do you think they did? Her and Soho beating the snot out of it, and then who come to the rescue? My girl, Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale came out the woodwork, helped her out. So it's already set up on Collision. We getting the tag team match. We getting Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue versus Toni Storm and Ruby Soho. Now Sky Blue and Willow need to win. Ruby is in the match to take the pinfall. That's what she's in the match for. Ain't nowhere in the world Willow Nightingale and Sky Blue is losing. It just makes no sense. This rivalry has been too one-sided. It has been way one-sided. It's the Outcasts have been dominating. They have been dominating. The originals have been looking like punks. They've been looking like punks, ladies and gentlemen. We can't look like punks no more. On Saturday night, I need my girls Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale to beat the snot like these two women. Beat the brakes off of them, and we good to go. So, we get Renee talking with Jungle Hook. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've been a lot of speculation about what we should do with Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy said he answers the challenge. He will face Sonata at Forbidden Door. Ain't nobody in their mama was thinking about no Jungle Boy. I was not thinking about Jack Perry at all. But he said, I would love for my best friend, Hook, to be in my corner. What would you say? Now, when he asked him that and he said, my best friend, that's suspect. Jungle Boy is turning heel at Forbidden Door. You might as well pencil it in because it's going to happen. I'm telling y'all right now. He's not beating Sonata, so out of frustration, he's going to take his frustration out on Hook. You book it, it's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, we get a promo. Bullet Club, FTR, talking about what they plan on doing at Collision. They cut a decent promo. The 6-man tag team match, I expected to bang. You know what I'm saying? I expected to bang. So now we got the main event. Brian on commentary, getting ready. Blackpool Combat Club, that is Claudio, Moxley, and Yuta, taking on the Hung Bucks, Hangman, Matt, and Nick Jackson. This matchup did not disappoint. They did work. Everybody did all the clowning. Everybody did what they need to do. You know, you're going to get your spots here, your spots there. Cats laying everybody out. One thing I got to give to BCC. No bleeding. Thank God. No bleeding. You don't have to bleed every week. They did not bleed. They did work. And at the end of the day, the Hung Bucks got the victory. Now, the best thing that happened was post-match. Post-match, all the chaos going on. The Hung Bucks are getting jumped. They're getting murdered. They're getting beat down. Who comes out the woodwork? Eddie Kingston comes. I said the crowd went completely ape. I said Eddie Kingston is back. Ain't no way in the world nobody was thinking about no freaking Eddie Kingston. That fool came running out there looking like he got an even bigger gut. Came out the woodwork and helped lay some clowns out. But the storyline, ladies and gentlemen, was him and Moxley. That's what I love the most about this whole thing. Beat the brakes off of Claudio. Beat the brakes off of Yuta. And then when Moxley got in that ring, the two of them looked like they was about to start going at it, but they argued because they homeboys for life. The biggest storyline right now for the BCC is the return of Eddie Kingston. Because now Moxley has a decision he must make. He has a big decision. He's homies with Eddie Kingston, but he's evil because he's in the BCC. So, with all of them getting laid out, Takeshita comes out there. Takeshita comes out and he joins the party. And he starts laying clowns out left and right. And then who comes out the woodwork? Kenny Omega makes his return. Comes out the crowd. Crowd's going completely crazy. They going ape. Lays that man out. And as he's about to do his move, you don't even see this man coming out of nowhere. Will Ospreay comes out of the woodwork and lays Omega out. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Khan hyping up Forbidden Door like it ain't nothing. Got us with some storylines. Got it. I mean, listen, man. I'm watching this right here. I'm on the edge of my seat, and Tony Khan then got my excitement level up for Forbidden Door. I was at a 30% for Forbidden Door. I'll be honest with you. A 30%. The ending by itself, ladies and gentlemen, shot my excitement level up to a freaking 70%. I'm 70% excited for this doggone pay-per-view that we getting in about 2 weeks. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Because technically we still in this week. Once this week is over, we 1 week away. Listen, look at, man. This is what we want. Week in, week out. We do not want just lazy daisical, good wrestling with no storylines, no nothing. We don't need that, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need that. It's not going to work, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not. It's not. I don't care what you can try to say. Oh, we have good wrestling. No. You got to get cast to care. And ladies and gentlemen, ain't nobody seeing these clowns coming. I wasn't thinking about no Kenny Omega. I wasn't thinking about no Eddie Kingston. And I dang sure wasn't thinking about no doggone Will Ospreay. Takeshita coming out there. You seen Don the Clown right there. Anytime Takeshita come out, you know Don the Clown not too far from behind. And then Will Ospreay coming out the way, and the whole time you see Brian over there just kiki and laughing it up. I said, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we need. We need this. People, listen. To the people who are hardcore Moxley heads, listen to me and listen to me good. I know you're mad that your boy has not been booked for Forbidden Door 2. Listen to me. Your man does not need to be on every freaking pay-per-view bleeding all day long. Because you know any show he's on, you know he can't wait to get busted open. I know Moxley heads that was upset, mad. They said that the ending was terrible. I said, man, look, talk about he looked weak. Listen, the BCC don't need to win all the time. And first of all, who the one that got pinned? It wasn't Claudio, and it dang sure wasn't Moxley. It was Yuta. Yuta is the expendable one in the group, so you know he can take the win. Think about this. Yuta is a made man. He pinned Kenny Omega at the freaking pay-per-view. He's a freaking made man. He can take the pinfall. Moxley's not getting pinned. Claudio's not getting pinned. Yuta's right there to get pinned, ladies and gentlemen. So for you Moxley heads that are upset that he ain't on the card, listen, if he gets on the Forbidden Door card, that's excellent. If he doesn't get on the Forbidden Door card, that's excellent. I don't know why listen, a lot of us, look, let me tell y'all something. This is one of the major reasons why I'm so glad that I don't have favorites when it comes to wrestling these days. I got the cats who I like and I got the cats who I don't like, but I don't have my heart, I don't have favorites. Because people take wrestling so serious that they get obsessive. You can get very obsessive over these doggone wrestlers, where you become obsessive. It's no longer a fandom. It's one thing to be a fan of somebody, and it's another thing to be totally obsessive. And I've seen it too much. And there are Moxley heads that have turned. Listen, it's like a freaking occult. I'm like, bro, it's cool to like the man, but you don't have to be this. Y'all obsess over this dude no matter what. It's like y'all want him to be doing everything. The man needs a freaking break, okay? He don't need to be booked on every freaking pay-per-view all the time. And if he gets on the show, that is great. If he does not get on the show, that's great. We don't have to be crying over spilled milk because he's not there. I'm telling y'all, like, we gotta chill, because that's unhealthy, ladies and gentlemen. That's unhealthy. That's unhealthy, the fact that that's this obsessed over this man. We're obsessed. I'm like, just chill. Like, freaking chill, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta freaking chill. But cats don't want to. Oh, Moxley got to be doing this. Oh, man, this sucks, man. Forbidden Door is going to be terrible because Moxley's not going against Sonata. He ain't going up against Okada. Like, bro, there's going to be plenty of times for him to get matches with Okada and all of them. There's going to be plenty of times. Moxley don't need to always be booked. Listen, man, the BCC, as in my honest opinion, is the best stable in AEW right now. That's why this pinfall that they took tonight did not hurt them at all. It did not. People say, oh, the BCC look like trash. The momentum has died. Bruh, one loss. They've been on a win streak like crazy. Crazy hot. We got to chill with this, ladies and gentlemen. For you Moxley heads, we got to chill. Because this is just too crazy. Y'all done lost it. Y'all have lost it. I'm serious. I know some of y'all. I know y'all. I've talked with y'all. I'm not even going to name cats. If I name cats, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not even finna name the Moxley heads who I'm talking about. But we got to chill, ladies and gentlemen. We got to freaking chill. This is just too freaking obsessive. Chill on the Moxley obsession. Man, I wish I would obsess over any of these circus clowns in the AEW or in WWE. I ain't that crazy about them. I like them, but you don't catch me. Oh man, oh every day. Oh, CM Punk this. Oh, Kenny Omega this. Oh, MJF that. Oh, Swerve this. Oh, Keith Lee this. Oh, Jay that. I don't get no. I like them. I root for them as a fan, and then that's it. I keep it moving. But we got to chill, ladies and gentlemen. We got to chill. But this ending, though, oh, my goodness, man. I said, Tony Khan, can you do this on a regular basis? I can't deal with just a great show here and then the next 7 episodes is garbage. I can't deal with it. That's why I'm this way, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, I want to apologize sometimes because I tell y'all all the time, when I am speaking and sometimes I feel like I'm stuttering, I apologize over that. I don't want to do this. I want to come on here and I want to be as authentic and I want to make sure that I'm speaking ethically with y'all and everything. I don't want to be like, this and this and all that. I just want to be upfront and I want to tell you the bold-faced truth about how I feel about this wrestling stuff, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you something. Shout out to my main man. I know he is one of the biggest AEW critics on the planet. But shout out to my main man, King Mike, when he addressed the wrestling community as a whole. He said one of the major reasons why wrestling is not as popular today is because the people who book the shows only book the show to please the internet clowns. And he's right. We got to quit doing that. Quit focusing on what these idiots online have to say. Focus on getting wrestling back to its prominent role. That means having outstanding, crazy storylines that have us talking where we want to come back. Instead of doing this foolishness that don't make no freaking sense. But I'm going to be 1,000% with you. Tonight, I thought Tony Khan did a great job. I told you the crap that I didn't care for. But outside of the crap that I didn't care for, I thought he did a great job tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got Saturday night. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I come back to you Friday night and Saturday night. I got to do 2 more reviews. I will be here. I'm telling you right now, I will. I will do my best to be here. I'm telling you, I got to be consistent. I had to be. This is the only way this channel going to freaking grow. Man, ladies and gentlemen, I ain't really got nothing else to say. I know some of y'all wanted me to get my thoughts on the doggone new Raw Women's Championship, which is the World Heavyweight Championship or whatever it is, whatever they call it. It's the same exact title Seth Rollins got. That's the one thing that WWE needs to work on, getting back to creativity when it comes to title designs, because they just getting way too lazy, ladies and gentlemen. Rhea's title is the same exact title Seth Rollins got. Get back to making titles look different. Feel different. It's one of the major reasons why I say the Ruthless Aggression era has some great title designs. Great title designs. I don't know what the foolishness they got going on today. The foolishness they got going on today, salute to BC Amplifier for saying it. You can pick up these toys at Target because that's what they feel like. They feel like toys from Target. That's exactly what they feel like. Toys from freaking Target. Lazy, daisical, garbage titles. Got to do better, ladies and gentlemen. We got to do better. But man, ladies and gentlemen, I walked away from Dynamite and I said, I need this every week. I don't need this week and then the next 7 weeks I'm on here asking you, what the clown am I watching? Let me tell y'all something. I almost wasn't here live. I almost decided to go driving today. So this is one thing I like about the rideshare business. You can go pick and choose when you want to do it. I almost decided to go drive, but I said, no, I'm going to be here live. I want to see how this Dynamite progresses. I want to see how the show flows, and I thought this show flowed well. That's another thing. Another way you know a show is great when the show just flows. You might have 1 or 2 things that's bull jive on the show, but outside of that, if the show flows great, you got yourself an outstanding show, ladies and gentlemen, in my honest opinion. In my honest take, you got yourself a great show. And like I say, when a man want to do it, he can do it. I know I get on his case. Mike get on his case. A whole bunch of us get on his case about him saying that he can't book for work to save his life. I thought he booked a great show tonight. And if he had help, great. Whoever he's helping him out, keep helping him out. Because this is great. Great job, AEW crew. Now, there was a glitch that happened in the show. I don't remember what it was. I think it was during the 8-man tag team match. The words no and the words yes popped up like several times throughout the show, but it started right there. I don't know what that means. I can't tell you what it was. I don't even know. But that's what it is. It said no, and then it popped up again. Yes, I don't know what that meant. I don't know. Maybe they was trying to go back to old school Bryan days when he used to be Daniel Bryan in the WWE, when he was running around here talking about some yes and no all day. But Outside of that, ladies and gentlemen, I ain't really got nothing else to say. If you're new to the channel, feel free to freaking subscribe. I'm telling y'all, man, you're going to get nothing but the realest of the real over here at KCVL Wrestling Takes. I'm telling y'all, I keeps it 100%. I don't have to sound like the rest of these cats in the IWC. I just keep it 100% with you, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button and hit the comment section up. I like to go back and forth with cats. I like to respond to cats. I like to see what y'all think. Like I said, look here. When I'm doing these, I also too want to get back the construction criticism on what I need to do to better myself. So like I said, hit the comment section up. You tell me what you thought about the doggone show. If you thought the show was great, tell me you thought the show was great. Hey, hit the comment section up, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'm telling y'all cats, I will see y'all cats on Friday and Saturday. Collision reviews will be here. I'll be reviewing SmackDown. Rampage is whatever from this point on, but SmackDown review is on the way. Collision review is on the way. I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to be here to talk more wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.